Okay, guys, I think it's time we talk about something. And I don't know if we want to call it the elephant in the room or if we want to call it an epidemic, but I know that it's something that the homestead movement, like the holistic movement, country moms, people with brains in their heads are definitely ready to talk about. And it's that our schools, our society is failing our kids. Okay, right here, this is it's a little bit further back, but I wanted to make sure that I had statistics to talk about. There was a 2017 survey that confirmed that many students were unaware of the origins of common food products. Okay, so a lot of you are like, what do we call a common food product? Honestly, I'm going to skip right over the Whole Foods because everybody can say apples come from an apple tree. But there's literally a disconnect that when you ask students where applesauce comes from, they'll be like, from the container. And it's this misconception. They understand that whole products come from farms, from ranches, or whatever it is. But there's this like skip that all food comes from farms and ranches, not just the whole food products. And I think it's widely accepted that students just lack the comprehension of where their food comes from. But this epidemic goes much further beyond food. So these students, they can't cook a meal. So I guess this is still food, but I'm going somewhere with this. So they can't cook a meal. I know 30, 35-year-old women who still do not know how to cook. This doesn't work. And if they do know how to cook, they don't know how to do it with whole foods. My family can take one chicken and use parts of it for 3 different meals. I know a lot of women who don't, and men, whatever, that don't even know how to cook a whole chicken. They know how to cook chicken strips from a bag in the microwave, but they don't know how to take this whole chicken and turn it into wholesome food for their family. And, everybody talks about how healthy food is more expensive. No, it is not more expensive. It is more work. So, is that work worth it to you? Is your health worth it? I know time is money. Don't get me wrong. I'm a business owner. I know that time is money. But I also know that if I take the time to make whole foods from scratch and make them stretch, that's worth more to me than how much it costs to buy something in a bag that is also not good for my family. So these same kids, they also don't know how to read a bill. They don't know how to do a budget. They are turning into adults. So that survey was done in 2017. If they were junior hires at that point, they are adults in our society right now. If they panic if there is no Wi-Fi, I'm not talking about because they can't talk to their friends, although I'm sure that that's, the whole FOMO, fear of missing out thing. I get it, whatever. I was a teenager at one point. I would have freaked if I didn't have a way of hanging out with my friends. Of course, we didn't have the social media and stuff. But on the flip side of that, as they're becoming adults and they don't have Wi-Fi, they don't know how to use any other source for information, how to navigate, how to communicate with people face to face. They know how to text it, they know how to send an emoji, but they don't know how to have a conversation and connect with people. And, people say that maybe we're detached because we're homeschoolers or we're on social media. No, I teach at homeschools. I talk with parents all the time. I am on the road all the time talking to adults and kids. Trust me, there is a huge disconnect there. And the biggest problem is they don't know how to be entertained without their Wi-Fi. They don't know how to just say I'm going to go choose a book and read it without being told go get a book off the shelf, pick one you like. It doesn't have to be one that I say you have to read. Even my kids do that. Go to the bookshelf and find something that speaks to your soul and read it. Or find something that doesn't speak to your soul and read it because that's going to open up your mind more. Go outside, go for a walk, draw a picture, find a coloring book, craft something, cook something, clean something. I mean, it's ridiculous that this feeling that this device that I'm talking into right now has to be the end all be all. So, okay, if you're with me, I need to hear, are you all about teaching your kids self-sufficiency, teaching them skills, life skills? Because this is not optional, It is essential. Tell me in the comments below, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What skills do we need to be teaching these kids? How do we fix this? How do we get these phones out of these kids' faces and get them to pick a book? Okay, so come down here, tell me, let's talk about this. Let's have a conversation because I'm dying to know if you agree and I'm dying to know what I missed.